Hi, guys. Let's talk today about the Nashville number system and the bass. Okay, there's going to be some other videos where we talk about the theory about the bass, but we're just talking about how it applies. I mean, the theory of the Nashville number system, we're going to talk about how it applies to the bass. The Nashville number system is really crucial to what we do because it's the way that the group, the worship team collectively communicates. You know, it's often you hear in the middle of practice, that's a 4 or that's a 5. It's important that you understand what that means. And the Nashville number system is really, really perfect for the bass. It's not quite as, I don't think it's quite as great for keys because, they have black keys here and black keys there, but on the bass, there's these certain patterns, the way that you play the songs, that they're kind of movable, that just makes the Nashville number system perfect for the bass. So, and what I mean by that is, let's take, for example, what we refer to as the box. So let's say you're playing in A, and so this is your one. This is your 1 right here. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is like a little rectangle there, and that applies to everything. Those are relational to each other, all of those notes, no matter where you play, no matter what key you play in. So if you're in the middle of playing and you're playing in A and somebody says, oh, that's a little too high for me, I want to play it in A flat, well, you just move it back, and the relationship between all those notes is all the same if you hit the right one anyway. So it's really great for moving it around. And the other thing is we play a lot of songs here at iHeart in a lot of different keys. And so instead of remembering that it's G, C, D, A minor, and then next week you're playing it in B and you got to remember a whole different set of chords, it's exactly the same every time. It's, 1, 4, 5, 6, whatever the chord progression is. It's the same every time on the bass. So it's really perfect for the bass. A couple of things about when you look at the charts about that applies specifically to the bass. So a lot of times on a Nashville number system chart, you'll see something like a 1/3. It looks like a fraction. And what that means is the bass always plays the bottom number. Think of the denominator, the bass is playing the low part, it's always playing the bottom part. So if you see a 1/3, you're always going to play the 3. And so, there's several of those that you can see, 5/7, whatever. You are always going to play the note. And, that it's called an inversion, and that little, 3 instead of the 1 just gives the whole chord a little different feel. And it's really one of the things that makes playing the bass a lot of fun. So the other thing that you'll see on the chart is you'll see a negative number. You'll see a 2 minus or a 6 minus. And that really applies more to the guitars and the keys. Those are minor chords. So, it'll be like a 6 minor or, maybe that's an A minor. So for the bass, we're not really playing chords. So it's just a 6. So what I'm telling you is you can forget about the negatives. You're just going to play the 6th note, okay? Makes it very simple. Okay, and the last thing about the number system, even though it does simplify, what you've got to learn and how you learn the song, especially in different keys, is you still have to know the fretboard. I mean, you can know 1, 4, 5, but you have to know where the A is on the fret. So there's a couple of little things to kind of help you a little bit on knowing the fret, and that is each of the strings are 5 half steps apart. So to look here at the bass, so if you're playing an E right here and you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 half steps or 5 frets, you're on the A string. And it's the same for all of them. 5 half steps or 5 frets will take you from E, A, from A to D, and D to G. So what that does is if you're playing here, then on the big string, then the string below it, 5 back is the next one. 7 forward is another A. So if this is an A, 5 steps back is an A, 7 forward is another A. That's because there's only 12 half steps. Think of the keys on a piano, and it's 5 back or 7 forward. That's really important when you do like slides, like this A. You slide 7 frets forward. That's where your next A is, okay? So that's just a little helpful to help you remember the bass. And of course, if you're playing an A, you know, the A here, if this one, if the A string is 5 ahead, then the D string is 10 ahead. So that means the next A on the D string is 2 frets up. So, you know, 10 plus 2 is 12. So here's a D, here's an A, here's an A. So just a couple helpful things to remember. The 2 plus 2, 2 strings down, 2 strings up. That's your next chord. But, you know, really you just have to commit to memory, to learning where all the notes are, especially, you know, right here in the meat of the neck of the guitar. All right? That's the Nashville number system and the bass.